Well, hi, and thanks for joining me here in my office. We're going to be listening to the PYE radio, which is this guy here. He's back in his cabinet now. And we're going to be checking it out. And I've just done a little bit of preliminary stuff, and there are some pretty interesting results here. So I'm tuned around 15 megahertz. It's approaching 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So it's getting a little late for the higher bands, but it's working. The band is alive. So let's just tune around a little bit with the PYE radio, and I'll show you what it's able to pick up.
Calvary Baptist Church, right here in the heart of Babylon on the Hudson, the city that never sleeps, Gotham, the Big Apple, great city.
Now, when I'm between stations, there is a loud hum coming out, which, of course, is going to become one of my goals to get rid of. But for now, we're just going to have to tolerate it. Particularly when I turn it up. Right there. That's 15.15.
Mais je pense quand même que ça mérite d'être cité parce qu'on aurait pu être en deçà de ce quota s'il n'y avait pas eu la mobilisation et la lutte que les femmes ont amenée.
Le groupe des initiatives de plaidoyer pour la participation politique des femmes.
La Voix de l'Amérique, en direct de Washington, une fenêtre sur...
It's also that they're slanderous, with no self-control, brutal, with no love for what is good. How many times have we reiterated? Of Maya, I'd like you see I'm of its risk.
Right, last station's very close together here.
Cave in the Bahamas. Here, Mr. Broad did many cave explorations,
And maybe there's a group of people in your area, in your city, where you can provide.
It's a very strong signal.
For girls who are in an unplanned pregnancy and who need a place.
Now, if you haven't picked up on it yet, the volume control, which I'm working constantly over here, has a tonal inconsistency about it. When you cross a certain point, the tone quality of the radio changes. So I'll demonstrate that with this very powerful signal we were just...
And exactly. She lifted up to another level, and I think just getting that in us, so that when we hear these stories of people thinking about other things,
It's so true because we see it with our clients. clients all day long when we do present adoption as an option. You have three choices in this unplanned pregnancy. You're either going to parent your child,
Yeah, okay. So that was a trip through the 15 megahertz band. I'm going to do the same thing now with this radio over here, which you of course can't see right now. Just to compare what that experience was like. Now, I mean, this is a different radio to use, of course. We'll start at 1500.
Fort de mon évêque, c'est la même routine, la même hypocrisie à laquelle j'assiste.
Okay, here's something interesting. What is that? Okay, so much for when I... Okay, it's not the radio. Okay, gotta explain that. In a little while it may make more sense what, what I just did there. But as usual, the result was something unexpected. So. Let's keep going.
Following the democratic changes in the la variedad Valencia, que es la última que hay, pues es...
Up in Pentecost, we were actually shocked because we got...
Okay, so I'm not too sure what to say about comparing those the two radios just like that. But I think what we want to do next, we're going to pick a station over here.
Qui reste leader à l'Est après sa victoire à Atlanta 89-80. Chicago s'impose à Phoenix 101-92. Minnesota.
Looks like 15.275, something like that. French.
Surtout à l'ouest, la concurrence, elle est très très... Que c'était une belle récompense.
So there it is.
Pour les Spurs,
15.225. That's what it actually is.
Et donc, voilà, content d'y
Now
retourner.
let's listen to both these radios and compare them. We'll listen to both and compare them. Let me tune this one in really nicely.
Que la France est championne d'Europe en titre.
Pour l'instant, j'ai pas pris de décision. Après, ça va être très difficile. Je pense qu'on a le groupe le plus dur. L'Espagne à domicile, la Serbie, le Brésil, c'est des grosses équipes. Et donc, pour l'instant, c'est encore loin. Pour l'instant, je suis concentré sur ma saison avec les Spurs. On verra bien comment je me sens à la fin de la saison, comme j'ai dit au staff de l'équipe de...
And now the other.
À la fin de la saison.
Voilà, c'était Tony Parker que j'ai rencontré tout à l'heure ici à Washington.
Merci Nicolas Pinault.
very strong.
Le monde aujourd'hui touche bientôt à sa fin et comme tous les soirs, on se quitte en musique. À mes côtés, ensuite.
Okay, well they're both doing quite nice on a strong signal.
The
Let's find,
Monster est une chanson du
let's find a
rappeur
weak one.
américain Eminem.
Let's find a weak signal here.
wasu 'yan kasar da na ganin hakan wata dabara ce ta can kafa da 'yan jam'iyyar apc a majalisar wakilai ke yi don bin umarnin kuma jam'iyyar dama dai jam'iyyar ta apc ta umarci wa har da batun kasa kudin amma a cewar honorable emmanuel jibe al'amarin ba haka yake ba
Magana da muke so yake jama'a su duba idan akwai doka me yasa ba za mu bi doka.
Okay, so we're listening to the PYE.
bangare guda majalisar wakilai a jam'iyyar pdp mai mulkin kasar sun ce babu dalilin da zai sa takwarorin nasu na jam'iyyar apc su ɗauki wannan mataki a cewar honorable jibe
menene sai za a kawo kuɗi lokacin da suke mutu kowane ba an tura musu kuɗi wajen za su maganan a dunkule menene a dunkule su ne dai abubuwa take amma kasafin kuɗi na ƙasa a bayyane take yanzu haka in ka je ofishin clark na wasu za ka sami duk abin da take nema a kawo zance ce na magana zancen bajin na cbn da kuma na nnpc da authority wanda kuma tun da muka zo
dama ne kasafin kudin najeriya na bana na shan suka daga wasu 'yan majalisar da
See if we can find a weaker one.
aka ware sama da kashi 70 cikin 100.
Okay, I think that's WWV there, yeah. Fading right out. That's perfect. Let's try that. Trying that. Well, the radio's doing quite well.
The preceding program was brought to you by Gallery Communications, a ministry
Okay, that's a little bit below 15 megahertz. Let's find that on here.
of the program, or to learn more about all of the
It doesn't exist. But we can pick up here. What I'm sure we were listening to a moment ago. There it is.
spanning the globe and reaching out to all nations with the good news of the risen Christ and the everlasting truth of the Lord God Jehovah. This is WWCR Nashville, Tennessee, USA.
Yeah, on the dial here. We're tuned right here. So that would be 15, but the dial is off a bit. 15 was up here, so that would be about 50,000 lower. 14.950. 14.950. Okay, we'll start at 14.9. So, I think this is conclusive proof that there's something wrong with this radio. And it's receiving signals where it shouldn't.
Our praise and songs of thanksgiving here on earth are a reflection of the lives of the blessed, and so our lives too should be characterized by this great joy.
In other words, this radio receiver is so good, it's picking up stuff that doesn't even exist. How do you like that? Boy, oh boy. So isn't that a strange phenomenon? It's not the only one.
A 6th century Japanese faith style, then abandoned.
Now these are very strong signals. Now you might say, oh, well that's great. It's great to have more stuff to listen to. What does it really matter? Well, you know, for any serious listening, of course, that's a problem. And for a radio person, it's a big problem because it's not supposed to do that. So I don't know if it's only this band.
130 years. I'm Charles Prince.
Okay, now we're on the 11 megahertz band, 25 meter band. Now, this radio is operating with a fixed ABC or no ABC at all. There's no volume control on it, automatic volume control. So if we listen to it, you'll hear the volume range wildly. But one thing you won't hear is you won't hear the background noise go up and down. The background noise will stay wherever it is. And sometimes you can't even hear it, ever.
Cuba ya está invitada para la Serie del Caribe del 2015 que se disputará en el Estadio Irán Víctor de San Juan, Puerto Rico. Pues yo digo que aunque no es oficial todavía, habló al respecto en la Asamblea General de la Confederación del Caribe y con el presidente de la Liga de Puerto Rico, Héctor Rivera, quien está de acuerdo con la invitación. Pues indicó que lo importante es que Cuba está interesada en asistir.
Well, I don't know what happened to the fading. I thought this was a fader.
صورة لك خطوة فقال بعض معلمي الشريعة أنفسهم هذا الرجل يجسد.
Now, because there is no automatic volume control, I have to do it with my hand, where you can see what happens. Most radios, the automatic volume control is so effective, you really completely become unconscious of the fact that you're tuning in really powerful signals and really weak ones. And what you hear are signals with less noise and more noise. And that's just because of the, basically the volume is cranked way up for weak signals. But they come out the same loudness out of your speaker as the strong signals. So a radio without ABC sounds very, very different, especially when you tune between signals. When you tune between signals, the ABC normally cranks the gain up full on your radio when you hear all kinds of noise. And then when you get to the station, it turns it way down again, the noise disappears. No ABC, there is no noise in between, unless you have it turned up crazy loud, which you kind of have to, because you kind of need to hear that noise to get the sensation that you have some volume there. And then you run the risk of coming into a very loud signal like I just did, blowing your ears off. So that's now, is that signal really there, or is it another one of these ghost ones? Let's go up. We'll go up to the 17 megahertz band. Late in the afternoon here. Let's see what we can hear. Now another thing you can hear with this radio is you can hear the detector reaching its operating limit from a very, very quiet signal. And a very quiet signal begins to break up a little bit, get a little choppy. Okay. Noise coming up to 21. We'll go down to 9. Take a look there. Cool.
الناس دخل واخذ بيد الصبية فغامت وانتشر الخبر في تلك الأنحاء كلها. ويسوع من هناك فتبعه عاميان يصيحان: ارحمنا يا ابن داود.
I was mistaken. That was the 25 meter band. I was mistaken. Now we're on the 9.
Informalize.
7 megahertz, 41 meter band. Ooh, not much there. 49 meter band. A little early in the day for this. So, okay, might as well go 21. Not a thing. Whoa. Okay, well I guess that demonstrates why you really want the ABC working. And one more thing about this radio. The tuning, you can do this with it. That's fantastic. This really makes a radio fun to use. A radio that's got this kind of tuning. Yeah. Even if you don't know what frequency you're on, because it's an old radio like this. If you just want to hunt down things and listen to them and shoot around really quick and that. A simple radio like this, great. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. And obviously we have some more work to do. We got a hum to get rid of. We got to get this ABC thing going. I would still like to knock out the motorboating, but for now I'm going to set this radio aside and go on to other things. And we'll visit him again in the future when we take another run at his mysterious tone control. So, well, thanks again for watching the whole series on that radio too. Really appreciate it, and appreciate all the comments and help. And we'll see you soon back in my shop.